This program is brought to you by Emory University.
Hi, I'm Michael Joseph Brown, Associate Professor of New Testament and Christian Origins here at Emory University. My research actually looks at the intersection of the New Testament, the early church, material culture, and contemporary people's lives. I'm most interested in how the Bible influences and impacts how we live our lives today. In order to understand that, we need to understand as fully as possible what happened in the past in order to interpret it for the present. For example, in a book I wrote just a couple years ago, The Lord's Prayer Through North African Eyes, I looked at material culture and how that influenced two theologians' understandings of the Lord's Prayer. That would be Clement of Alexandria and Tertullian of Carthage. What was interesting about these theologians is that they're almost contemporaries, yet they have vastly different views of prayer. I argued in that book that in order to understand how they understand and practice prayer, you needed to understand their environments. If you didn't understand Alexandria in the 1st and 2nd century, and you didn't understand Carthage in the first 2 centuries of the Common Era, then you weren't going to understand Clement or Tertullian's commentaries on the Lord's Prayer. In another book I wrote, Blackening of the Bible, I looked at how African Americans read the Bible and understand it and appropriate it in their daily lives. Looking at how various biblical scholars have interacted with and interpreted the text and how that gets translated to African American congregations was invaluable for understanding the present state and future of the African American community. The current project that I'm working on is entitled Living Together. It looks at how Christians and non-Christians interacted in the pluralistic environment of the Roman Empire in the first 3 centuries of the Common Era. Along with being a scholar, I'm also an ordained minister. And one of my passions here at Emory is to complement my life of scholarship with my life of faith. And so often, what we do in the classroom, talking about ancient texts, talking about material culture, finds its way into the faith community that meets here weekly. A vibrant community of which I'm a part and which I hold dear every day.
The preceding program is copyrighted by Emory University.